Hey, what's up, guys? Another deck. Now this is an interesting one. And this is something somebody did post this one. I forgot who it was. I'd have to go look back again. Oh my god, I have a million cups. But what I've always wanted to do is I've always enjoyed like Goku's Kamehameha decks, and Orange Destruction decks. And so I saw Gokuten's Rock Throw, and I thought, you know what, I would like to make a deck that tries to win with this. Now, ultimately, it's never going to be good if you only bank on that. And there's a couple other cards that I was like really considering running in this deck and trying to focus on. But ultimately, after a couple of iterations, I settled on what I have here. It's kind of like a mix between trying to go for like an Orange Destruction, Goten's Rock Throw backup, but also being like a generic like Goten physical. I think Goten Adept is still quicker than this. Do I think this is the best build ever? No. I kind of have it with the intention of like, if I ever do get in a combat with Rock Throw, I have multiple cards that are trying to maximize the effectiveness of Rock Throw. Um, that being said, I'm not entirely. Like I said, I've gone through different builds. My initial one was I threw every card that could tutor a drill into there, and then threw Rock Throw in there, and I just looked at it and I'm like, this is just stupid, not very good. And I've gone from like anything from like the Depth Goten shell to super like few attacks and stuff. Ultimately, I think this is what I settled on. I think this works okay. Um, I think it could definitely be tuned. I definitely think you could definitely work on it more. But I guess I'll go through the deck, and you can always give me your thoughts. This is what I have so far, though. Of course, we're running the Goten 1 through 4 and Combative Mastery. The idea is we're just going to try to keep flooding drills out, keeping our stages up, and try to put some modifiers out on the board for stage attacks. We run like the basic combative suite, so of course we're going to start off with a traction drill. To protect the other drills, we have human traits, so we're going to be able to loop a couple of our key styled cards back into our deck, like our blocks, should we need them, or making sure that our orange destructions are alive. Shopping drill to protect anything in the pile. Checkup drill, just because it's the utility of being able to give us any block that we need on call. Examination drill, giving us that ally kill tech. And on top of like the anger control, or potentially we might want to leave level 1 if we can get it early. Investigation drill being another card, which is tech. It kind of protects your anger. This deck really doesn't need to get off 1, ideally, but getting to 2 would be pretty cool. Even 3. We have Joint Restraint Drill is a modifier. Of course, Goten's Rock Throw being a non-set out attack doesn't have too many cards that can buff it up, but this is one of them, of course. Well, I shouldn't say too many. There's actually quite a bit, but this is like the main card that you're going to be wanting out if you're going for the Rock Throw kill, because it turns all your Rock Throws into AT5s, AT6 with Goten level 1, so pretty dank. We have Possession Drill, just to help us filter through the hand quicker and get through the deck quicker should we need it. Intimidating Drill, because should Goten ever level, well, this doesn't have quite the synergy that Adept Goten does, but it's a trial right now. I definitely have gotten this off to gimme draws. The main way you're going to draw off this card is from Bicycle Kick in this deck. It's just mainly an extra modifier. I could see this card getting slotted out, but for now it's in here. But it does give you a draw if you rejuvenate a drill in combat, and it gives you a damage modifier. We have Orange Snoozing Drill. This is huge. Of course, this has a when rejuvenated effect as well, where you lower anger, but it's mainly because it stops your opponent from gaining stages. And with this card, you're able to lock your opponent in pretty hard so that they can't reduce your damage. So you can really just womp on them with those rock throws or just your physical attacks. We have Burning Aura Drill and Steady Drill just as the utility blocks. They're just an extra card on board. Freezing Drill, you don't put this out unless it's a matchup where they have a lot of board blocks, or you want to make sure that you can get through time as a Warrior's Tool. That's what this is going to be for. A Disaster Drill, of course, is going to give us that extra anger if we want to try to level. Otherwise, it's just a stage damage modifier. That's really why it's in here. Now, all these drills are at 1-ofs. I've thought about Devouring Drill. Again, I've kind of leaned back and taken more thought about maybe just more sitting, at least trying to camp 1 and build up board. Either way, I don't think it happens fast enough where the Rock Throw is going to ever come in for like more than like 2-3 uses, but it's still there as an option. We have Time as a Warrior's Tool and Heroic Energy Sphere. I opted for Sphere. over Confro because I wanted the tech, the reactive tech, and of course time is time. So, and to lead off and to end up, sorry, to end off with the style defense. Of course, we have memory. This card is stupid. I hate this damn card, but it helps us build up the board, stay quicker. In and out of combat, and then orange is structured at 2 because we're not always going to want to see this. We might want to see it later, probably like mid game, late game, so 2 is good. And if we do want to loop them, we have attraction drill. That ends off like our non-combats and our events, so we go into the block line. I run pretty tight on the, or pretty heavy rather, on the physical line. Ideally we're going to be dropping people's stages pretty well, so we don't have to worry about energies too much, and we do have steady drill. But we have defensive stance at 3 to help us keep the drills in the deck and give us full stages. Refocus to give us more drills, and so does defense. So we're really trying to maximize like drill grabbing with all of our blocks. Oops. We have Orange Flea. Now, of course, this card can be really, really good if you land it properly. What it is your next styled physical attack. This combat gains hit, stays in play to be used a second time, and you block an energy attack with this. So it can do a lot of work, especially when you double up on like an orange uppercut, so you get to like get double use of the grab of the tutor. We have orange stare down at 3 because we need the board hate. I'll do Grave because we want to be able to kill people on those on just like any of these turns where we land a bunch of physicals, or we get the rock throw turn with a dig and we just deck out somebody right there. Worst case scenario, you can use it to bump yourself up. So, rock throw. Again, this is like at 2. It's kind of like Goku's Kamehameha in a sense. This card can do a lot of work if you have the board for it. And ideally, we're going to be Goten. I mean, Goten level 1 or 2 both give you a +1 mod, so it's an AT4 automatically. You get joint restraint drill out. It's an AT6. You're generally going to be in like B or C a lot of time with Goten. So if you can knock them to 0, you can do like an 8-9 stage physical. And especially towards the end of the game, like or you can get like anti-prevention down. Dropping a couple like 8-9 stage physicals is like still pretty respectable and worth losing some board for. So it's definitely a card that needs set up, so that's why it's at a 2. Suppressive Strike's in here. I added this card. It's been an on-off look. I played like a match with this deck, and I was like, I should use Suppressive Strike. So it's in here. It helps you get past those time is worse till combats and like the combat ending. So that's super good. And Orange Sword Break, super awesome card. Again, this is to make sure that it's like a combination of this and Snoozing Drill, just meaning your opponent can't like redirect or gain stages, so they're just sitting there taking all their damage right on their MP, and they're not able to gain stages. So once you knock them to 0, you're just hitting them straight. Very, very strong card, absolutely. Orange Extension, of course. This again is just another card to help you flood the board with drills. We play plenty of physicals, so it shouldn't be a problem proccing this. Orange Bicycle Kick. It's some anti-anger. It lets us bounce a couple of the when entering combat effects that we have in the deck on like Intimidation Drill and Exam Drill. It's just super good, and it's an energy combat, so you can grab it with Orange Uppercut up here, wherever it is, somewhere. Where is it? Oh, it's beneath. Oh, Orange Uppercut, of course. You pay 2 stages to search your left deck for a stealth energy combat card. So in this deck, the only cards you can grab are going to be Bite Kick, the Orange Stare Down, and the Orange Flea. So you either get a block, board kill card, or a super strong attack with some anger hate and potentially like game sweeping, board sweeping stuff. So very, very strong. And then Orange Ebel Rush, again, just a card that grab more board. AT physical with some anger on it. So I figure this one's maybe slightly cuttable since it's a hit grab, but either way, as far as the deck goes, it's definitely weaker than Adept Goten. Oh, I think I really thought about Adaptive Goten to build this deck, but again, I think it was a suggestion to be combative, so I think this is decent. I think ultimately Goten's Rock Throw is too gimmicky. Same thing with Goku's Kamehameha. They're just super gimmicky, and they're not generally worth what you're paying. I think Aggressive Sword Drill could definitely make like an entry into this deck, and that would be pretty good. I had Orange Sword Chop in here for a little bit. And with the 2 sword cards in there, with the Aggressive Sword Drill, you could make your rock throws unpreventable, as well as being able to tutor a sword card to your hand, so it could be worth it. It's just kind of things to consider. It's a lot of room, and that's the biggest issue, is there's just so much room you're trying to take up with so many cards if you're trying to do gimmicky stuff. So ultimately, I think Adapt Goten It's probably the best Goten. Adaptive has its benefits if you can see devouring drills quickly, but I think Adept is still the best and quickest. Um, I could see the. I just really want to get to combat where I just do like a rock, like 6 rock throws on someone with like dig going, and I kill them with rock throw. And that's like the dream. I thought about Orange Hug because it turns off endurance, but again, just room. So if you think you got a better build, maybe you can slot in some better cards. By all means, go for it. I think you could definitely just cut out the anger cards completely and go all in on Camp 1 build up board, and then just all in with rock throws and destructions. Either way, just an interesting, different kind of take on him, other than just playing raw physical beats. So I hope it was interesting to you, and maybe you have some good suggestions for me as always. Go ahead and hit me up on the comments section, or you can send me a personal message on Facebook, or you can just respond to my retro posts. Either way, I would definitely enjoy building all this stuff again, and hope you guys have a good time and enjoy the game. Peace.